Listen up, people. We have a lot of work to do, and it's really tasky.
So we had this plan. We wanted to make sure that the integrity of our company was in keeping with the standards that we desire to maintain professionality and good work. And so we have gone undercover, and we're really excited about our disguises.
So I think now that we have this established, these disguises, like we're really going to be able to conquer our company and see what's going on the inside. We're really curious to understand what's happening.
I don't recognize you at all.
I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Who are you again?
I don't know who you are.
I know Haley or something like that.
Hi.
Raylene.
I don't know even who
We'll be going
you
undercover
are.
by the name of
Who are you?
Annalie Leal.
I know who I am.
And that's, we'll show you a graphic in a moment, but it's going to be We Are Hallie and Raylan. Annalie Leal redraw.
And Fallon.
And Fallon.
I don't like when they call me Jimmy.
Jimmy!
Jimmy?
So it was my first day acting as Anna Lee. There were a lot of challenges, like these glasses, like the sides of them are really wide, and so they kept wanting to like slide down my nose, and people would see my eyes, and I was like, oh my gosh, what if they find out? So there was just this really stressful element all day, and I don't think anyone noticed. I probably should have dyed my hair. I feel like there was one point during the day I was sitting at my desk like typing an article, and my supervisor walked by and she was like, I don't like that word, you need to change it. And I was like, excuse me, I own this company. But then like I couldn't say anything. So her speech is wearing off on me like all day, because we're all pretending to be the same person. It's definitely a challenge. The sunglasses help, but all day we have to pretend to be a Valley girl, because it's like the only thing we can mimic together. And so I feel like I'm starting to sound like one a lot, and it's bothering me.
I just don't like that word. Fix it! Bennett.
Today's my first day as Anna Lee. Raylan took the first shift yesterday. And so this was really it was my time to shine and my time to just step into the role, and I was really looking forward to it. But there's just a lot of pressure because I don't know exactly what Raylan was like when she was Anna Lee, and we were doing this Valley girl accent. It's like, I'm Anna Lee from the Valley, and it's this drain, and it's just this weight that's on me all the time as I walk through the day. And like, what if I mess up, and is everyone gonna know, and is it all gonna be for nothing? And I just don't want to have this all be in vain, and it's hard. And I'm trying to figure out, was Raylan's writing style like this yesterday and mine's like this today, and how can we make it all the same? Sorry, it's just stressful. And so we're just, really working through that, and I think that we're gonna come up with some more systems to really make that a little bit more efficient and working a little bit better. But I think we should be okay. I think we need to really steady her facts and her history, because I know someone asked about a brother, but I didn't even know she had a brother, so Raylan must have talked about brothers yesterday, and yeah, we're just really trying to put those details together. Another thing is a scarf. Like, it just keeps falling off, and like, if it's falling off, then people are going to see my real clothes, and they're going to be like, oh, those are only clothes that Hallie would wear. And I mean, I'm so thankful to God for this opportunity, but sometimes I just wish it was a little bit easier. I'm excited to embark on the rest of this adventure this year, but yeah, I think we're just taking these challenges one at a time, and we'll figure it out in the end.
Clothes cover.
Will you have that article done by tonight?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, yeah, totally.
Why do you even wear sunglasses anyway?
I have an eye disorder.
Uh,
There's a lot of light in this building. So,
uh,
yeah.
Ellie, where are you from?
Did you guys know that Hallie and Raylan have been acting like a fake person this year? They made up somebody for Clay.
Really? We totally had no idea.
Yeah, we didn't even have an idea about that.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Hallie.
It's Raylan.
And for anyone who is still just horribly confused about what's going on, we just wanted to clarify. Raylan and I made up a fake person. And we wrote as her in the photography column the entire year. And no one found out. And we're a little scared about that. So yeah, we're Emily Lael. And it's been a joy. Why did we do that?
So Hallie and I have both been editors for 2 years. We haven't written columns for 2 years now, and we missed that.
Yeah.
And so we decided that we wanted to write without the pressure of being us. And we're both photographers. We also didn't run a write every month, so
Gotta
here we
alternate
are,
a little bit. And it was
not
perfect.
doing an article every month
Right.
per person.
It was really the ideal scenario, too.
It's
It was
really
pretty
great.
Other people were editing our own articles. We didn't have to write. Yeah, it was amazing.
So there's a lot of reasons you should have realized that she
Definitely
was
should have
fake
known.
sooner. Besides her absurd name and absurdly large personality.
That's true. Let's get started.
So throughout the year, we had a few article boo-boos. So in Annalie's articles, there were pretty obvious things that people, especially who know Hallie and I, probably should have caught. So number one being her very first article on Perspective had a giant eye as the feature picture, and that was my eye, Raylan's. And so we thought that was pretty clear. And then also her avatar for the entire year was me, as you can see right here. There's me playing peekaboo behind a camera, and we used that in her November article and then throughout the year as her profile picture. I also almost wore that beanie to a senior editor meeting once, so that was close.
Yeah, and then another point throughout the year, I think in December, I wrote a little before and after article showing just some before and afters on some edits, and someone who we have no idea who this was, but some anonymous commenter said something along the lines of, correct me if I'm wrong, but these photos are Hallie Kills, and they were in fact mine, but we have no idea who it was that commented that. We very quickly caught it and deleted it. But yeah, definitely a close call there.
That was. And then throughout the year, that photo actually happened to be one of the photos Hallie's posted on her Instagram. And we had about 4 photos on Hallie's Instagram and in Annalie's articles throughout the year. That was fantastic. Then there's this screenshot that I once sent to Jack of just kind of like a joking article. So I sent him a screenshot of my desktop. And I also had Annalie's email open in the corner. And thankfully for us, he did not notice that day. Then, Hallie, there was the great Mackenzie fiasco.
Oh, yes.
Did you?
So, I mean, I was emailing Mackenzie. Mackenzie Davis is our social media editor, and she's amazing. But I was emailing her as Annalie for some reason, and then accidentally signed off as Hallie. And so I immediately jumped on and texted her and was like, so sorry, I was just sending an email for Annalie because we're really good friends and she's in Hawaii and doesn't have cell service, and needed me to send something for her and gave me her password so I could email this to you, and I signed off as me and just made up some crazy story about it that for some reason she bought. But yeah, lots of close calls.
Then there's this conversation we had in a senior editor meeting. Hallie and I decided to really go for it and ask Jack, we have all these great writers, but it'd be super easy for someone to be fake. So, like, if one writer was fake, who would you think it would be? And so we just had to go for the long shot. And I said, if I picked someone, I think it would be Annalie. And he didn't pick up on it, shockingly. There was another time that I texted him, and those little Google emojis, they kind of look like the top of a cut off finger, and it's weird, and I just kind of have the habit of mentioning this. So I mentioned it once in a text to Jack, and then a few minutes later I had to text him about something from Annalie, and I mentioned the same thing, and he thought it was a little odd, but didn't put all the dots together. So that was that. And then besides that, we just have a few shots of Annalie's her first day on the forums, her first time in a study room, her first application for senior editor. We were really pushy about that with Jack, and she had some really interesting punctuation on that email.
Right, for sure. And then of course the text and font being all in pink.
Bright pink.
Just really showing off personality.
And then last, we just have a picture of me shooting her story from her feature article in November, covered in flour, and you can go check that out and see why I was covered in flour on her feature article.
So it's really been so fun representing Annalie, I guess, this year. And
making her up.
Yeah, we've just kind of made her up as we go along, and there have been so many little side plots and things like that that have developed. And
credits to Mark Lyford for being her forums personality.
For sure.
Julia Ackerson made up a lot of her hobbies.
Jefferson Thomas ran the whole photography contest instead
as
of
her,
as Annalie, basically. Yeah.
So yeah, we really appreciate those people,
Yeah.
and give us a shout out in the comments if you knew or suspected, or like why you knew, or who told you, or
we're excited.
if you had no idea and you're shocked.
Yes, yeah, we're excited to hear what you think. Okay.